So when my daughter was 1 year old, my wife, me, and my daughter went to a restaurant to celebrate her birthday. They were playing salsa music, but nobody was dancing. Nobody but my daughter, who was jumping up and down on her little chair to the sound of the music. Do you want to dance? I asked my daughter, as I hugged her and I carried her to the middle of the dance floor. I will never forget the smile of my baby's daughter as we danced to the sound of the music. It's one of the happiest memories of my life. Sadly, my wife and I didn't have that many happy memories because 5 years later we got divorced. I became a weekend party. My daughter started to come to see me only on the weekends. When my daughter turned 14 years old, I wanted to celebrate her birthday. So I took her to a little restaurant. They were playing salsa music. Do you want to dance? I asked my daughter. I don't know how, she told me. Don't worry. I've been going to the Mambo Revival to take some lessons. And I knew a few steps. I could show you the basic steps. I told her as I grabbed her hand and I took her to the middle of the dance floor. After that day, my daughter and I started to go to the restaurant every other weekend so she could learn how to dance. But after a few months, she didn't want to dance with me anymore. And at first I thought it was because her mother had turned into a Jehovah's Witness, and as such, dancing, celebrations, and birthdays were not allowed. So I asked my daughter, did your mother find out that I was taking you out for salsa lessons? Are you in trouble? More importantly, am I in trouble? Nothing like that, she said. I just don't want to go out dancing anymore. I found out later that it wasn't her mother who didn't want her dancing. It was that my daughter had started going to high school. And of course, it wasn't cool for her to go out dancing with her old men. But a couple of weeks later, we went to my mother's because she was celebrating her birthday. And I pushed her a little bit, and she started dancing. Look at her go, my mother said. She got that from our side of the family. But then she didn't want to go out dancing anymore. So as a way to entice her to go out dancing, I asked her if she wanted me to throw a big birthday celebration for her quinceañera, for her 15 years birthday party. No, she said. Why don't you help me stay to buy a fancy camera for my photography class? Fancy is expensive, I asked her. Well, don't worry, she told me. My dad is going to pay for half of it. Your dad? Your dad? Do you mean your stepdad? I screamed at my daughter. Now, don't get me wrong, her stepdad was doing a great job helping me raise her. But from the moment that I separated from her mother, I told my daughter that she was always going to be my little baby. That she was the only person in the world that I could call my daughter, and I was the only person in the world that she could call her dad. But now she was calling somebody else dad, and it hurt. It hurt so much that I started an argument with my daughter. That turned into a huge argument. Once I dropped her off at her mother's house, I had a big argument with her mother. So a few months later, I was surprised when my daughter gave me an invitation for the sweet 16 that a friend of hers was celebrating. Well, is this your way to thank me for the expensive camera that I bought you all by myself? I asked my daughter. No, nothing like that. You didn't have to buy the camera all by yourself. What happens is that my friends and I were doing a little salsa number on the Sweet 16, and I thought that you would like to see it. But one thing, my daughter told me, please don't make a scene. My mother is going to be there, and my stepdad too. So I agreed. And that day that I went to the Sweet 16, when I saw my daughter, I almost cried when I saw her, because my daughter was sort of a tomboy, and that day she was wearing high heels, a dress, and makeup. And then when she started dancing to the salsa number, I started crying a little bit. But then, in the middle of the salsa number, the kids did something that surprised me. They stopped dancing, and they started to walk toward the table. I didn't know what was going on, and I saw my daughter going to the table where her mother was, and she started to speak to her stepdad. Then I noticed that all the kids were going back to the dance floor and they were bringing somebody with them. They were bringing either the mother or the father. I looked up and my daughter was still talking to the stepdad. I got really mad, but I remember what she had told me, don't make a scene. So I just looked down on the floor and I tried to control myself, but I started crying. Do you want to dance? It was my daughter holding my hand, and she took me to the middle of the dance floor. And I know, I should have danced half of the song with her and then asked her to dance the other half with the stepdad, but I didn't. Because at the moment I was just so happy to be dancing with my daughter, who to me, only days before, was just a little baby dancing in my arms. Thank you.